Good morning, everybody. I'll be with you guys in a moment. All right. So I'm going to get into it by pulling up a couple from the watch list, and then we'll pull up some from trade ideas. You guys can see futures. It bounced off of angular support in the past couple days. So now it's kind of in the middle of this channel. So coming up to very important horizontal resistance. So see if it can break above that 28.25-ish area and continue upwards. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? So let's take a look at what I want to look at. Actually, let's look at BIOC, B-I-O-C. So BIOC kind of has a double bottom pattern on the daily right here. Maybe looking to break out. Has some resistance at the moving average lines, but you can see kind of a double bottom pattern with a gap on the daily. So, and you can kind of see an ascending triangle-ish pattern being formed over here. So, kind of like this one. So, in ascending triangle-ish pattern on the 5-minute, looking for a possible breakout from this double bottom breakout and see if it can go up and fill that gap area just below $2 or so. So, I like BIOC. Awesome, Swapna. How are you? AGRX, another one. You can see prices in the middle of this, or part of this gap on the daily. It's a bit overextended, but you can see here another kind of ascending triangle-ish pattern being formed over in here. So we'll see if this one could get above that 150-ish area, and then look at $2 and about 256 at that gap. So see if this one can continue up into the gap as well. Yeah, I was looking at SEAL. BPTH is a little higher priced one. Let's look at BPTH. I mean, this one's all over the place. Yeah, I mean, this one could break out or can continue. Kind of has like a falling black flag here. It's just a little bit higher price, $40. So it already had a pretty big run the past couple days or so from $10. So SEAL. So SEAL has kind of a symmetrical triangle. It's at the in the pre-market right now. It's starting to kind of fail that symmetrical triangle, so it's showing some weakness at the moment. That right around that 350-ish area. It's got to contend this big red candle here. So it's got to contend and continue up further. Right now it's just showing some weakness in the pre-market. Not a lot right now. Not a lot to look at, guys. Again, we share our trade ideas each morning right over here on our website on bullishbears.com. At the pre-market gappers, if you click on this right here, you'll see we posted this by around 9 a.m. this morning. So let me pull up LPCN and ACBA. Actually, let me do ACBA first. So that's another one. Again, ACBA popped up to 1150 pre-market. Now it's kind of dropping back down. So again, it's a little bit bearish at the moment, or very bearish at the moment too. So really not much. These patterns are showing some weakness at the moment. I'll pull up DCAR. Let's see, DCAR. Yeah, DCAR was on the watch list. This is one to definitely keep an eye on for a possible continuation day. It gets a little bit messy when they finish up with a high wave candle on the daily. So now it's got to contend with the upper and lower wick. But if you can see it pre-market right here, maybe trying to make a play for that 493 marker. See if it can have a secondary day above $5. So DCAR is definitely one to keep an eye on. Again, it's either going to move up or this thing may form a double top and end up failing. So with DCAR, you want to see it get above that 493 marker. And then we could draw some support and resistance levels kind of right here. So it needs to get above that 450s and then 493. If it fails, then watch this neckline start kind of furthering down in these areas here. Let's see what else we got here. LPCN. See, LPCN's another one on Trade Ideas. Popped all the way up to 350, dumping all the way back down right now. You know, at open, I'd watch and see if it can fill that gap around that 293, if it can just kind of move up and actually just fill it. But again, just kind of a bearish pattern at the moment. Yeah, Fran, I'm looking at BPTH. It's just, I don't like to put that one on there right now. It's a $42 stock, you know. So, especially, you know, it's pumping and dumping at the moment. Let's see what else we got. NM. Again, kind of another one pumping up, dumping down. As you guys can see, these patterns are just looking kind of weak at the moment. Let me take a look at ALQA. Yeah, another one showing weakness. So the ones that are looking somewhat decent right now are DCAR, DCAR. So you can see had a high wave candle, finished the day yesterday. So as you can see right now, it's just kind of showing some weakness right here in the pre-market. So at this point, very simple. You want to see if you can actually just draw the trend line like this. So you can see angular support here. See, you can kind of do kind of like this as well. So it's kind of a triangle as well, but it needs to break out. You can see it's just hitting some angular resistance right now. It needs to continue up and get above that 493. Just showing some weakness at the moment. AGRX. So here's one where it looks a little bit nicer of a pattern-ish. It's not great by any means. It's kind of an ascending triangle. Needs to get above 145, but then also ideally $1.50. So, and you can see price has this gap right here. Where is it? So there's this big gap on the daily here. So watch if AGRX will continue up and go to fill that gap area. And BIOC, Another one, kind of an ascending triangle, but it's showing some potential failure at the moment. So you guys can see it's just incredibly sloppy today. Just very sloppy patterns. Let's take a look at a couple more from the watch list. So AFH, you'll see on the daily, there's a morning star pattern. Watch if this does a reversal, gets above $3, and right at the base of that gap, that 350s area, is probably next level of resistance after $3. So you can see pre-market, again, not a lot of volume, but these are ones from the watch list to keep an eye on because they kind of fly under the radar. They probably won't pop up on trade ideas, and you know, it might be easier to get a scalp on many times on our watch list than they are on trade ideas, because many times they hit trade ideas and then they dump really quickly. So that's why it's good to have a combination of our watch list and trade ideas. And you can find our watch list every day on our website right over here, bullishbears.com, and you'll see our watch list right here. You'll see we update it each night by 9 p.m. Eastern, and you'll see right over here when the date changes, you'll see our watch list over here. So this is where we post our watch list, and we do trade alerts for those who are members if you subscribe over here. So here's our watch list over here. Let's pull up again. So you can see an evening or a morning star. I'm not sure what I said before, but morning star pattern, possible reversal, moving up. You can see it's kind of moving up a little bit pre-market. Needs to get above $3, and then you can look at that 355-ish or so at the base of that gap as resistance. What else we got? DBD. So DBD is another one to maybe, you can see kind of a cup and handle-ish on the 5-minute, cup and handle on the daily. If it can get above that 10.03 marker, see if it could fill that gap right around $11. So this is the stuff we're looking for, guys. These patterns, you know, cup and handle on the daily, cup and handle on a 5-minute, big gap on the daily. So these are the things we like to keep an eye on. You know, gaps and breakouts and patterns, very important. Let's see if there's any other last ones to look at. ORGO. Yeah, that's a garbage looking chart. What else are you guys looking at? You guys like any? DCAR might still be holding at the moment. So you see kind of a symmetrical-ish triangle right around that 450. This is one to keep an eye on if it can kind of break out of here and get above that 493. Riot, let me see. Possibly, if it can get above that 372 marker. Kind of has a cup and handle-ish on the daily. $4 at 200 SMA is going to be important. Resistance level at that $4 area. So that black line is the 200 SMA. So we'll see if this can get above that 370 level and then get above that $4 marker, that 200 SMA. Let's take a look at ACB. That's a marijuana stock. So ACB kind of has a cup and handle-ish or inverse head and shoulders-ish. Pattern's a little bit sloppy at the moment. Needs to break out above that 840-ish level. So kind of a bigger overall cup and handle or inverse head and shoulder, like a left shoulder head, right shoulder. Let me take a look at a couple of our bigger ones from the watch list, the larger caps. So Visa, you could see, has kind of an inverse head and shoulders-ish, kind of a left shoulder head, right shoulder neckline. See if this thing can break out above that 150, 156. You can see it's just poking at pre-market. So see if this thing will have a breakout. NVIDIA, you can see another kind of inverse head and shoulders-ish, or you can see kind of left shoulder head, right shoulder-ish. Neckline kind of extends up. And you can see it's kind of poking up pre-market. It's getting a little bit, you know, these wicks get a little bit crazy. But if you look at the hourly, maybe cup and handle, flag-ish pattern forming here. Just got to contend with this. This wick's going to mess things up a little bit. But if it can continue up, look at that 165 and then 168 level for resistance. And then let's look at Apple. Apple kind of has another cup and handle-ish pattern. If it can get above that 179 level. And looking at... now it needs to get above 180 pre-market. So it might be setting up here for a potential breakout above 180 bucks. So if it can get above 180, then keep an eye. It's got some room up to maybe like that 185-ish level. So those are some of the bigger ones. All right. So that's that. Not much really. Man, small caps aren't the greatest right now. But we do share our trade ideas for those who are members of our community. We do share our live, so we post trade ideas, gappers every day over here. But those who are members, if you log in, we have a members only section where we share our trade idea screen share live each day. So right now, again, not much happening. But when stuff starts hitting at the market open in a few minutes, we'll start seeing it. And then, again, we share our gappers, our trade ideas scanner each morning for everybody. And then we have a day trade, swing trade futures room. We do live streaming each day, starting at 9:15 and going through to about 11:15 each day. And again, we do trade alerts, watch lists, and we have thousands of dollars worth of free courses over here for those who are getting started. All you need to do is just go to our main page here, bullishbears.com, and you can start your free membership here. You'll get a login and a password. Just log in right here, come over to education, to free courses, take our free courses, and then you can come and join us whenever you're ready. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Enjoy.